I'm opening doors, right? I'm saying let's pitch, whether it's Pitch Perfect, Bottoms, this great comedy we made a couple years ago.
So
Thank
good.
you. Shrill, which is a Hulu show starring Adie Bryant. How do we make these opportunities and put agency into women's storytelling in a really profound way? That's important to me. My wine company, Roots Wines, I talk about it a lot because it also has a female founder in a space where truly we go on distribution calls. There are no women working like high level distribution in that space. We're really trying to disrupt wine right now. We sell wine in a can, luxury wine in a can, for instance. So that's like there's a whole storytelling we have to do about making people think about that you can get luxury wine in a can. That is like a totally new idea, frankly.
Yeah.
And so the wins, I think, they're coming and they're coming and coming. I do see us, I do want to make sure that we don't slide, And I think being together tonight, doing things like this, talking about it, is the way that we prevent that. We just got to keep lifting each other up.
Yes. By the way, I would absolutely drink luxury wine out of a can because I drink shitty wine out of a box. So I will do it. I do want to mention your production company because you mentioned it, Brownstone Productions.
Yeah.
What's it been like building this team that's female-driven? Like, how different is it? I always joke with, people that I work with at ESPN because working on the Women's Summit, obviously it's a female-led and driven team. And then I go back to, SportsCenter and the other things I do at ESPN, which are pretty much male, and people are like, what's the biggest difference in working with, I'm like, well, women are organized. That helps, But what's
Man, I laughed really hard just then because it's so true.
Right.
I felt that.
Right. What's been, your vantage getting to work in these, female-led spaces that you created?
Women are really organized. Women, I really, again, I go back to these Toyota heroes. I mean, those women saw a need and they filled it. They saw something that needed to happen and they made it happen. I do have to give credit. I have my husband is my partner in our company, so there's a male energy in my company. But we do try and differentiate ourselves by really focusing on female-driven storytelling. And that, I think it's about. I go back to we made a show last year, The Better Sister, on Amazon. It was all women. And running the show. And guess what? We got home for dinner every night. And it's just like that's the thoughtfulness behind every decision. Somebody comes in and goes, my kid, I got to go see my kid in the play. And it's like, we're going to figure that out for you, And I think people feel comfortable coming to women and saying, I need something, and I'll do my job better if you help me figure it out. And I think I love that way of leadership for us and for our country, for everything. And I just feel like that's what I see the most. I see just women really, I bring my kids to set, if work is getting done and your family life needs attention, pay attention to your family life. Let's figure it out together. Let's work together to make sure that elusive balance, which doesn't exist, that we get a little closer to it.
And I love hearing you say that because I think that women feel really, they feel hesitant to express when they need help or express when they want to put their family, God forbid, above work because we always get with the same narratives and discourse that you have a baby and there goes your ambition and it's somehow going to affect you and all of these things. So to be able to create that and allow women to feel as though they can ask for help, which is something that we've never felt comfortable with. I would say that another thing that women in general don't feel comfortable with is using their voice. And I know that you said you don't get what you don't ask for. So is there any advice for any of the women here? Many women who, by the way, over the course of the last few years of me hosting this, have asked for advice on exactly this, on how women find their voice in these spaces.
Wow. Well, I'm going to just start with I don't know. I'm not an expert. I have no idea. I don't think it's the same for everybody. I think everybody has their own path. So that's the first thing I'll say. So that takes a lot of introspection on your own work to figure out what matters to you, what will give you purpose, what is meaningful, and what kind of legacy you want to leave. I think when you start to do that work and really ask yourself some of those questions, I think some of it also is about time management. Every woman I know is so busy and so tired. And you got to honor that, okay? Because we're really busy and we're really tired. It's okay.
There's like a deep exhale of people being like, thank you, Elizabeth, it's true.
Okay. So I say that because I just want everyone to give themselves a little bit of a break. You don't need to find your voice today if you're really busy raising your kids or starting your business or doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. You have time. I promise you have a little bit of time. And by the way, if you get put on the clock, you'll know and you'll find your purpose real fast. So while you have time, do that work. Pay attention to what, who you're working with. And then, I got a lot of little things that I could say that I've found over the years. Like, for instance, learn how to fire somebody. Learn how to let go. When something's not working for you, somebody's not pulling their weight, something's not right, you can say goodbye. It's okay. And you can move on. And it will be fine. And you don't need everybody to like you. I think women have a real hard time telling people, yeah, it's just not working out. You got to go. And the relief that you will feel when you say it to somebody who really needs to go is worth the pain of getting through that moment, because you will feel relief when you know it's right. I think I really just think learning how to do those kinds of hard things, having those hard conversations, they only come from experience. So you got to start doing the hard things. You got to start doing it all the time. Running businesses is really hard. Running companies is hard. Running teams is hard. Running your family is hard. If somebody is in your life making it harder, you got to have a conversation about how they cannot be doing that anymore.
That is I'm just imagining me sitting someone down who will remain nameless, but not for long, and being like, you are no longer doing things that make my life easy, you're making life harder. But I think it's great advice, because I do think that we have just been conditioned to be so grateful. And I think that gratitude is a really important asset. I try to exercise gratitude daily for the blessings that I have, for the life that I have. But ultimately, I do think it can be paralyzing, because we feel as though we can't be audacious enough to ask for what we want, to ask for more, to be given things and still say, not enough, I'd like to pivot. I feel like we are just so happy to be there sometimes that we don't say what we really, truly need.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, of course. I think most women feel that. It's really hard in a society that doesn't want to hear from us. Really hard. And then we just gossip a lot on chats, don't we? Behind everybody's back.
I feel attacked.
And so I guess what I'm saying is take it from the phone into real life, okay? And sort of you got to make things happen. I think also women are very conflict avoidant for a reason, because conflict can hurt us. It can physically hurt us, it can emotionally hurt us, financially hurt us. So we are conflict avoidant for very good reasons. But when you feel safe, and I hope most of you do, when you feel safe, take advantage of it. When you're in a safe place, when you're in a safe space, take advantage of it, because that's the time to move. And it's not always, so when it's there, use it.
Take advantage of it. If you could sit down with 15-year-old Elizabeth, who didn't know where any of this was going to land, what would you tell her about the leader, mother, entrepreneur, actress, producer, director that she would become?
Elle, I have to be honest. None of this was dreamed by a 15-year-old me. So this is such a life that I don't know. I found my way to this life. I will say this: I knew I wanted a big life. I knew that I wanted to impact other people. I wanted to leave a legacy. Back then, we called that conceited. And now, if you're not on TikTok telling everybody all the things that you're going to do and accomplish, I mean, conceited, like, where did conceited go? That's just gone.
It's not a word anymore.
It's all girl power 24/7 now, right?
Yeah.
It's all like self-care, I'm the best.
Yeah.
Me getting me,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm pretty and I'm petty.
Amazing. Yeah. It's literally, it's Nicki Minaj lyrics all the time up in here. That's not how I grew up. So I think, you know, I'll be honest, I'm really competitive. That's ingrained in me. So playing flag football with boys made me want what those fucking boys had.
Yes. Let's go.
And I have slowly but surely found a path to sort of make that the impact that I was hoping to make. And everything that I do really is about women's empowerment. It's about leading by example. It's about creating things in spaces where women haven't traditionally been. I don't love the word disrupting, but I know that I'm doing some of it, and I will take ownership of that. I do like disrupting. I think it's important. And I'm really grateful to be here in community with you and get to talk to all of you tonight.
By the way, I just keep hearing Remy Ma's song Conceited in my head now. I'm conceited, I got a reason. She owned it. Before we let Elizabeth go and send you on your night and officially wrap day one of the summit, shall we do a little rapid fire with Elizabeth and get to know her in like 2 minutes and 10 seconds? Yes? Okay, it's fun stuff. All right. Script or improv?
Improv.
All day?
You need a script. But what I've learned is, you know, I was very lucky when I was young. I got to meet Annette Bening. We went to the same drama school, and she said, you know, when you're in drama school, you're doing Shakespeare and Ibsen. You're doing Chekhov, the greats, you know, and that material, you're hoping that you'll be up to that material. And then when you get to Hollywood, you get the script and it's on the ground and you have to lift it up with all your might and make it better and imbue it. And so I find that improv has really helped in a lot of scenarios.
Wow, that's a really great analogy. Red carpet or field side?
Field side all day.
All right, a Boston summer or an LA winter?
They're the same.
Fair. Boston in the summer is like greater than though.
It's the best.
Stunning. It's really pretty great.
Guys, going to Boston Common, I grew up going to the Common, getting in those swan boats. The swan is going to be one of the Boston Legacy's like mascots. Like it's in everything.
Oh, incredible.
I love the swan. I'm so happy we're honoring the swan boats of Boston Common.
They are notorious. All right. Text or call?
Recently call, because I got really good advice and I'm going to pass it on. Someone said, a really cool woman said that every man she knows has like 2 or 3, 4 or 5, maybe 10 calls a day where they're just getting information. Hey, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? What are you doing? Oh, that's happening? Oh, cool. They're just taking that information and they're turning it into opportunity. So I have started calling. It's not the same as a text.
Yes.
You really get like, that's how you get the goods.
That's how you get all the tea?
That's how you get the goods.
Damn.
That's how you know what's going on. What are people thinking?
Yeah. I love that. And I also think that like, I always am a texter because I feel like it goes quicker, but it doesn't. Like one simple conversation can last all day long if you're just texting. Like you can just get it out of the way with a quick chat, right?
Yeah.
Binge watch or doom scroll?
Binge watch.
Okay.
Because otherwise my industry is going to fail.
Let's go.
So can you all please binge watch?
Yeah, be bingers.
Stop doom scrolling.
Who plays you in a biopic? Is it biopic or biopic? Because I hear bougie people say biopic, but that feels wrong. Is
I
it?
say biopic.
Okay, great. Well, if you say it, then I'll say it.
Biopic sounds like I'm having a medical procedure.
It does. Like a biopsy. Who would play you?
Who would play me? Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh. You have to have really, really high heels. She's tiny. She's like this tall. Which Hollywood friend would survive an encounter with a cocaine bear?
Woody Harrelson.
I don't even know, and I'm like, yes!
Right? Just makes sense.
It just makes sense. Okay. Assuming you're a Patriots fan because you grew up in Boston.
Sure.
And I know you love this person's music. So, Charlie XCX or Tom Brady?
I mean, Tom is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie X, she's the future.
What an answer.
So we're going to go with Charlie.
And lastly, if you could pick a song that would play every time you entered a room, what would that song be?
What? Independent Woman by Destiny's Child.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
Elizabeth,
thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It was awesome, of course. It was great. Let's go. We couldn't get the music fast enough. We would have. How great was that? Right? Like, that's my favorite part of the summit is that people come and share real, tangible advice with you. Like, do this. Like, ladies, start picking up the phone and calling. Just not me. I still don't like it. I still want you to text me. Thank you. So this concludes day one. That is officially a wrap on day one. Yay, you can cheer here. But I do have a few housekeeping notes for you as we get ready to send you on your way. We want to again thank Toyota and our everyday heroes. Yay, we love you. We want to thank our virtual audience for joining us tonight. Again, Jess Sims is going to hold you guys down for the entirety of the summit. We also want to remind everybody to download the ESPN Events app. Have you guys done that yet? Because the cool thing is they personalize all your itineraries. You can see where all the breakout sessions are. If you want to know what time lunch is, like literally everything is in that app for you. And so we want to make sure you get that. Sometimes locations change it for some of the activities. And so that way you're just going to get up-to-date information, so download that. On the screens, you're going to see the morning activities that are listed right now. This is also in your Summit app. If you are going to go on a hike, you need to be at the main entrance at 6:30 a.m. And I know what you're thinking. What psychopath gets up early and goes, there's actually a lot of people that do it. So 6:30 a.m., Summit staff has signs up. They will direct you exactly where to go. But if you have any questions, our Summit staffers are here to help, and they are wearing those hunter green credentials. We have this entire place, so odds are if you ask someone for help, they are working with us.
I am here with the Toyota Everyday Hero honorees. We have Amberly, we have Jessica. Congratulations again, ladies. Now, I'm so curious. Take me back to the moment that you found out that you were a Toyota Everyday Hero.
So actually I was at NFL Flag Nationals in Canton in July and got an email saying, we'd like to talk to you about Texas Fury. I had 6 teams at Nationals, which was a record for us. And so I thought that's what this is, you know, so scheduled the call and I'm in the car in the parking lot and she says, congratulations, you know, wanted to tell you. And I was sitting there looking at my husband going, What is this? I told her, I said, I thought you were calling to talk to me about Nationals going on right now. I said, oh my God, this is amazing. So that's how I found out.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that story. Jessica, what about you?
So I got an email from Jane, and I thought it was a spam. I really did. I mean, a scam. So I had to send an email back and said, can we do a FaceTime call or virtual? But she did an interview, and then a month later, which I found out a couple days for my birthday, that I was being honored. Yeah, and I was like, what? For real? I was ecstatic, so yes. Thought it was a scam at first.
A scam turned really great early birthday gifts. Now, hopefully you know it's real now that you got some money, right? We got $15,000. That is not a small amount of money. What are you going to do? What's the first thing that came to mind when I told you that on stage that you won that?
So what I'm working on right now, one of my goals for my coaches is to secure funding and sponsors. All of my coaches are unpaid volunteers. So this is the start of that funding for me to be able to pay for their travel and lodging, because we travel a lot out of state. So that's where mine is going to start.
Incredible. What about you, Jess?
Well, we could do a lot with that. But I think it was more so of just using the money for more partners, because we utilize a lot of partnerships, a lot of local organizations to expose to our kids, and also for food, nutrition, and useful scholarships for our girls. So that money can go a long way, but we're going to use it.
Thank you both so much. You're such an inspiration, and I specifically am going to take away the fact that y'all are modeling being uncomfortable, because I feel like as young women, we are so afraid to make mistakes often. We're so excited to get out of our comfort zone, so the girls that you work with are so lucky to have you as role models in their lives. So thank you so much, and can't wait to see what you continue to do with your organizations. And thank y'all so much for your engagement tonight. We are just getting this party started, okay? So tomorrow we have, that's Wednesday, right? Today's Tuesday. Yes, tomorrow's Wednesday. We've got the Vibe Check panel with Nigeri Kennedy and Madison Skinner. We also have an agent panel with Jessica Holtz and Nicole Lynn. And we're going to have a keynote with Golden State Valkyries GM and President Ohema Nianen. Now, this night, again, we are just starting this off. We're so excited that you joined us, but tomorrow is a ton more action. Make sure if you're sharing on socials your experience, make sure to tag us, hashtag ESPNW Summit. And tomorrow, let's see if I can get this right, because I'm an East Coaster. On the West Coast, it's way past my bedtime, but we will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern. Have a great night. Watch the first film on McDonald's YouTube channel and stay tuned for the rest of the collection coming soon.
My story.
It started at a McDonald's.
On a napkin.
Where I grew up, opportunities can be limited.
I had an obligation to help these kids.
There's people out there.
We thought we were gonna die.
McDonald's that day was a refuge.
I guess people consider us heroes.
It was like, if not us, then who?
Regardless of what uniform you're wearing, it's a team. A team is a community.
Watch the first film on McDonald's YouTube channel and stay tuned for the rest of the collection coming soon.
Everywhere else, you say hello and salutations, but here we say, oh, hi.
I think if you're trying to be a leader or mentor, you have to do things that's uncomfortable. So I can't tell the girls to do something and I'm not doing it.
We know it's amazing to receive the recognition, right? Because that's very, very important. But in order to continue to do the work that you do every single day, you need a little something more. So on behalf of Toyota, we are so pleased to say that we are giving you $15,000 each to be able to further the mission that you have already started.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've described yourself as someone that likes to build things, but why did you decide that you wanted to build in the sports space?
I think it's my ego. I'm just talking about.
Feels like we're on to something. Feels like a change is coming.
Thank you for watching the ESPNW Women and Sports Summit presented by Toyota.